I'm completely done with Sandman. Well, I guess not completely. I finished the first 10 volumes, the only 10 volumes this story has. There is, what's it called? So there's Endless Nights, which is technically volume 11, though it's like the sequel series or whatever. It's only 7 issues. And then there's The Dream Hunters, which is like a book. It's a novella, which I don't even know what that is. And then there's Overture, which is like a prequel miniseries. Anyway, I'm done with Sandman. I still have volume 11. I'm going to read that. And there's also a Death spinoff comic that I do want to read. I have that too from my library. But I'm done with Sandman for now. What did I think? I wanted to talk about the ending. I'll talk about the ending, and then I'll talk about the entire series as a whole. So the ending, the final issue, I actually really liked it because the entire final volume, there's no Dream. He's dead. There's like the reincarnated one, but obviously it's not the same. So Dream is just gone, and you get to see everyone mourn him. And it's really interesting. It's genuinely really interesting to see these people do this, because a lot of these characters are super old characters that we met in like the first volume. Like the rest of the Endless, Dream servants, who, by the way, the new Dream, like the pale reincarnated Dream, reincarnated. It was really interesting and kind of emotional to see these characters pretty much it feels like you're saying goodbye to them, because they're saying goodbye to their character, to their servant or their friend or their family member that they loved. There were some weird things. I wanted to see more on Desire. Desire was like the most, I don't even know. Sometimes he's a dude, sometimes she's a chick. Desire was the most weird, threateningly ominous of all the Endless. But, also Hob Gadling met death, and he could have chosen to die, but he didn't. I like that. The final issue hit home for me because Dream, it's a flashback. Dream talks to Shakespeare. And Shakespeare had a deal with Dream where he was like, hey, I'll write you 2 plays, and you can give me like a boon or something. And the final issue, Shakespeare goes to Dream's realm, like his castle, and he's like talking to him, and he asks him like, if things were different, what would have happened? And he almost like tells him almost everything. And he's like, you know what, don't tell me. And it's like these two almost co-workers who became friends. They're just like saying goodbye to each other. And it's so beautiful. And it particularly hit me because I don't adore Shakespeare, but one of my favorite classes I took when I was an undergrad student was a Shakespeare class. And it was a really tough class, and I remember taking it, and the time I took it was also really formative to me. But I have an attachment to Shakespeare, so seeing that story end the way it did was very emotional for me. But I just love the way it ended. It didn't end in like I just love how Gaiman ended the story. Dream died. Gaiman ended the story. The final issue, you get to see Dream. And I just love the way that it was done. I thought it was beautifully done. And I want to make another video about the entire series, but the ending was wonderful.